Hello and welcome back to Gumadee's Coins and Banknotes, and today we are looking at Burma's first decimalised coins. So I have placed the pre-decimal coins on top of or beside the actual decimal coins, and if you're a coin collector in Burmese coins you should know which ones we're talking about. Okay, so the smallest value that I have is the 1p, and that is equivalent to about 6.25 pias, and this is a 5 pias coin, so they made the actual coin similar in design and shape, although the 1p is actually, I was going to say 1 anna, is pretty much equivalent to the Indian 1 anna coin, but this one doesn't have any English on it. So they made the size of the 5p equivalent to the 1 anna. So even though the value of this is a bit higher, you could use it as the same denomination. As well as the 2p, they made the same shape as the 10 pias, which is equivalent to, so 2p is equivalent to 12.5 pias, so it's not really an equivalent value. Now the 4p was pretty much had a direct equivalent to a 25 pias, and this is the 8p, which is half a rupee, equivalent to 50 pias. So they didn't pretty much change the design, they changed the size of the coin, so this one's slightly bigger than the equivalent value, and they put the date down below, and they have the denomination, so they have the numeral and they have pias there. So here they have the numeral and they have E there, as well as denomination written as it's pronounced. So you can see that the floral design is also the same, and on the other side we have the famous animal on Burmese coins, and this is the current symbol that they use on Burmese coins. So this is the one, I like to call it Kayat or Siat, you can call it whatever you want. I think the original pronunciation is Chat, but I don't see a CH there, so I'm not going to pronounce it that way. I should change it to CH if they want it pronounced that way. Okay, so this one has the Chinfi, so that's a stylized line on this coin, and up the top we have Union of Burma in Burmese, and down below we have the date in the Burmese date, which starts at 640 AD or CE, whichever one you want to use. CE, current era, AD, after death. Well, no, it doesn't really mean after death, it means something in Latin, but I don't want to know. I'd rather speak Old Burmese than Latin, because the Roman Empire is dead. So we have 6 denominations. So the lowest one, the 1 pias, is in bronze, the rest of them are in copper and nickel. So then we have the 5, 10, 25, 50 pias, and the highest denomination was the 1 kyat, which they also issued a banknote for. And the last banknote, this denomination, was issued in 1996, so the coin and the banknote circulate alongside, and then in 1999 they changed the 1 to 100 to a coin. As far as I know, the coins don't circulate. Okay, so the 1 pia is 2.2 grams, 18 millimeters, and there is 1952 with 500,000, that's the key date because it's the lowest minted coin. This one here is 1953 with 14 million, and then there's 1955, 30 million, 1965, 15 million. But the population in 1960 is about 20 million, so really a lot of these coins stayed in circulation quite a long time. And the other coin is also the same date, but it's quite toned. And also it looks like it's been soldered up the top. So it's a post-mint damage coin. It's got no extra value. No, as you can see, someone's tried to punch it out. So this coin has no real collector's value, just whatever. The actual, just put in a bulk lot. Okay, next denomination we have is 5 pias, and as you can see, it's a scallop shaped, and it has 12 scallops. That means if you count each one of these, doesn't matter in or out, it will give you the same amount of 12. So this is a more common coin, and it is 3.17 grams, 19.5 millimeters. So this has a more extensive date series, so 1953, 52, 53, 55, 56, 61, 62, 63, 65, and 66. So the two dates that I have here, and you can see the date system's a little bit different. So these are probably minted by different places. Probably one's East German and one's minted in the United Kingdom. So what date do I have? Okay, so this one is 1963 with 40.4 million, so a pretty common coin. And this one here is 1956 with 20 million, and it seems the lowest is 1961 with 12 million. So these do sell for about $5 each, but they're not too common to get. And here we have, on the back we have the chin fee, so it's quite a nice coin. And as you can see, these ones haven't seen that much circulation. Okay, the next two denominations we have the 10 and the 25. So these have been cleaned. You can see these fine scratch marks, and you shouldn't do this coin because it does actually reduce its value. So we have the 4-sided square coin, and this is 4.46 grams, 23.4 millimeters. That is that coin there. As you can see, the actual plant pattern or flower pattern on the side, it's all pretty much the same. So this was minted 1952, 53, 55, 56, 62, 63, 65. The lowest mintage is 1962 of 6 million. And this one is 1955. It's a mintage of 22.75 million. So not really a scarce coin, but still, even in this condition, you'll be paying about $5. And this one, as you can see, it's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's a scallop coin, but it has 6, which you don't find this really on too many coins that are in circulation. So the lowest minted coin is 1962, 3.2 million. This one is 1963 with 16 million. And these coins, you'd still be paying about $5 to $10. So quite an odd shaped denomination. And the 25, 50 and 1 chat have the name of the country at the top and a date in the Burmese calendar. So this date, I don't know which date it is. I'm too lazy to look it up. Okay, the highest denominations, so these ones are the 50 pias and the 1 chat. These are security rated, so additional security features. The other coins don't have any reading on them because of the way they're designed. So the 50 7.8 grams, 26 millimeters, so they're getting a bit bigger. And we have this coin is 1954. It's a mintage of 12 million. The lowest minted is 1962, 600,000, so it should be quite hard to get. And on this side, once again, this coin has been cleaned based on the scratch marks on the actual coin. Then we have the 1 tat. So when you look at the denominations, you can see that this says 50 up the top, and this is the actual denomination. Now this one, this looks like it's a 10, so that's a 1. Then we have the denomination written in words, and we have the date. So this coin is a bit lower minted, so the lowest mintage is 1965 with 1 million, and this one that I have here is 1956 with 3.5 million, and these costs ranging at the start price of about $10, so they do get a bit expensive. Now after this series, they issued a set of aluminium coins of Aung San. So here's the father of the former Prime Minister or President who was overthrown in 2021. Now Burma is in a pretty bloody civil war. And these ones you can get pretty much in uncirculated grade and all minted in East Germany. So they have the same pattern. They've just changed the obverse, sort of, this is the front of the coin. And they've made them out of cheap metals. So a lot of these coins are going to be highly corroded and also have a lot of circulation. So over time I've actually built up quite a nice set of coins that don't show as much circulation, although this one is a little bit corroded on the side, but it's the best coin I've actually come across. Okay, and these are in the highest denomination is 50 pies. Never issued a one set in this series, and really the next series of the highest denomination was issued in 1975, and that's this coin here, which is going to be in the next video because I've already made a video on the unsung coins. So look it up, wait for this, and we'll see how much these are going to cost you.